Shoot him down.
My heroes are dead. Took bullets to the head. Shots ring. Empty shells. Ping, ping, ping. Hear the cicada ring? Bleed out. Laying there on the floor. The cameras whir and record. And you and me, we get spattered. What nothing, nobody should ever see. The cicada waits generations to cry in pain and joy. Shells pop, shots ring, goes ping, ping, ping. They changed names and directions. They did things no one could foresee. And we all got spattered. Their eyes went blank. Heroes take bullets. Ping, ping, ping. We all run to hide. You reach the end and nobody's at your side. Nobody standing at your side. And you bleed out for everyone to see. Cameras whir. Blood-stained decades in our bloody, twisted memory. Heroes get bullets. Ping, ping, ping. That little sound changed everything. I wonder, were we worth it? You and me. Cicada waits on the Messiah. Shells pop, shots ring. Emptiness sings ping, ping, ping.
Half hoped to find you, sifting through the Lake Biwa treasures. The right walking stick, glass shards smooth as stone, another baseball. But look, rising over the mountains of June is a harvest moon. Weaving through the crowd, right shoulder bent in supplication to a lifetime heavy load. A stylish man in black weaves his way through Saturday night. What is this? A cloud rising from the plains, piercing blue sky. A celestial body tethered to the earth. Fuji-jan! Cicadas drop like flies after a swan song. The world fit into 17 syllables. and you in this hut. Wood and straw through cracks enter Buddhas and insects. Made of air between pines and rocks rises the poem. Interwoven vowels and consonants house the world. The bones of centuries, pains to rocks and mountains are weightless here. What I say consists of just 3 lines, a hut of syllables. Cool.
Okay. At your pleasure.
Okay.
Yep.
Tokyo, 2 a.m. Crows rule. Not bosozoku. Not pinkyless punch perm punks. Crows, man. They slipped Basho's leash and license, and now they're on rooftops, power lines, in the trash. Pose monsters, mocking baby cries, tapping at cracked panes, storming your veranda, stealing panties, stalking strangers, circling abandoned baby birds, face to beady eye at the window of your sweaty dreams. Crows, man. The original beggar king. Trickster changeling. Motherfuckers. Ah, ooh, ah, ka, coo, coo. By any other name, Cuervo, Carasu, and Raven Mad Lunatic. A crow's is a crow's is a crow's.
Hear the frogs roar. From paddy to mountaintop. Takibiya. Smoking out mosquitoes and my laundry. Scattered across the lawn, sudare bamboo and string, in the typhoon's wake. Autumn leaves, newly carpeting the steps of Kongorinji. Give me the clap. Reflections on the autumnal pond. Muromachi in flames. Sweet parting. The tangle of bed sheets holds her scent. Multicolored scarves depart the workplace. draped with black hair. Litter strewn across the beach. The wind peels away page after page of yesterday's news. Oh shit! Today is Namagomi. And then this is kind of tongue-in-cheek to hang this on the end, but I put one tanka. Smoke covers the coast. Flames rise from the LA floor. The Space Needle conflagration. If the buffalo return, all is well. The buffalo flee. Flames of hell.
Beat the heat. Okay.
Yeah.
Summer. Waves rise off concrete. Liquid chewing gum burned onto bare feet. You can't beat the heat. You cannot beat the heat. Railroad trestles. BB gun fights under the street lamps, steamy Mississippi nights. Can't beat the heat. You cannot beat the heat. Head down to nowhere, straight across railroad ties. Black cats, listen to Huckpin's lies. You can't beat the heat. You cannot beat the heat. Lethargic, boiled languid, liquid and limp, molded, rotting, and fitted. You can't beat the heat. You cannot beat the heat. Fire quenched with ice. Beat the heat? Nobody beats the heat. Ain't nobody can beat heat. That was one of the first things Sam and I did together.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Sam invited me to his studio once upon a time, and we put down tracks, and they're still floating around a bit.
They're out there on the internet.
Tokyo 2 a.m. Crows rule. Not bosozoku. Not pinkyless punks. Crows, man. They slip Basho's leash and license. Now they're on the rooftop. Power lines in your trash. Hose monsters mocking baby cries, tapping at cracked panes, storming your veranda, stealing panties, stalking strangers, circling abandoned baby birds, face to beady eye at the window of your sweaty dream. Crows, man. The original beggar kings, trickster changelings, motherfuckers. Ah! Ooh! Ka! Coo! Ka! Ka! By any other name, Cuervo, Carasu, raven-mad lunatic. A crow's is a crow's is a crow's. A rose is a rose, and then Gertrude Stein did the third one, to a rose is a rose is a rose, in an attempt to destroy metaphor, I believe. So I just put a little consonant in front of it. Perfect time. I smell you in this bed tonight. The pheromones you leave behind. You speak to me in perfect rhyme. You come to me in perfect time. You leave me wandering and wondering as you pervade this life of mine. You speak to me in perfect rhyme. You come to me in perfect time. I get inside your head and find you inside mine. You speak to me in perfect time. You come to me in perfect rhyme. Your thoughts invade me as we bind and intertwine. You speak to me in perfect rhyme. You come to me in perfect time. You speak in silence to me, communication effortlessly. You speak to me in perfect rhyme. You come to me in perfect time. I hear you in this bed tonight and reach out and hold you tight. You speak to me in perfect rhyme. You come with me in perfect time. Many of you know that I won't explain the background of that one. Many of you know that I spent a sabbatical year in Spain, 2017 and 18, and this next couple come from the time that I was in Spain. There was a woman who was strikingly good looking, who used to walk. I lived right below Alhambra. I could see it out my French doors day and night. And there was a woman who walked, the street below it had a lot of, this happens in Spain, the streets will have numerous names. Paseo de los Tristes is one of the names that this street had, which means what? The Avenue of the Sad. But I don't know what was sad about it. It was right below the Alhambra, and the Arab Quarter was up here, my neighborhood. And but there was a woman who walked it, a strikingly good-looking woman walked it, maybe in her middle 50s or something like that. And she would always be alone, and she would always be dressed well, and she'd change a bit for the seasons, her dress. But I just saw her enough that I thought, what is the story with this woman? And so I made the story for myself. The woman of Paseo de los Tristes, an Iberian Moorish goddess, haunts these sad cobblestones. Her arabesque skin, capped by red hair, announces her highness. From the distance, the women drawing water at the aljibe, the keepers of the ebb and flow, are set abuzz and alight at her passing. Gossip swirls and laps and flows and recedes in her wake. She steps stone to stone, precariously, imbalanced in her flamenco footfalls, moved to its compass, the cadence always echoes through these narrow lanes of the Albaicin. Bound up the walls, she strikes an imbalance between tight-lipped silence and the chatter of those alone in solo conversation. A string section resonates in her head and all around her. Year in and year out, she marches to her drum. She dances the cobblestoned canyon walls and floors of this Arab quarter. Summer heat stripped down streetwalker. She weaves the crowd into heightened new life in winter, bundled in stylishly tight black, and her widowhood, cape and scarlet lettering, widowed and singular from start to finish. Her rhythmical Andalusian dervish spun out, a spin of reputed gypsy origins. Men stare from afar, avert their eyes when near. The red one passes, her solitary figure, an apparition not to be had. Day and night, dawn and twilight, as she passes along and licenses the licentious. Her spectators abound, the single mate of her choice, a singular fate, the unfettered freedom of the insane. those who converse alone, the fear-inspiring specter of this woman fills onlookers, gawkers, perverts with desire. She wobbles along cobblestones, elegantly tracing streets all alone. Only, ever, on her way home.
Do you want to use this one?
I'll start with this one.
Okay. Can I have Morgan join us?
I should say that working with these two guys started in the basement at Bar Gotti Gotti. And one time, Taylor had Sam accompany him, and up to that point, I'd never given a thought about musical accompaniment. I just started with, I wouldn't be able to do it. And I saw Taylor do it, and I thought, I gotta get me some of that. So, these guys, I can't say enough about what they've done for me. And it's always a delight. This one's also set in Granada. It's titled Wind Chimes. Sequential nights, it rode in on hot waves, subsequently subordinating all activities to listening. Its sudden and surprising presence almost went unnoticed, but its insistence from 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. piqued all interest. On that third fateful night, our foolish impulse was to capture it. We set out in the moonlight, under the enlightened facades of the Alhambra, chasing sounds through darkness, over cobblestones, down narrow byways, bystanders about nobody's business found us absurd in our dogged pursuit of the floating ephemerality of this sound. On hot night winds, our two silhouettes, like die cast in the deepening Albaythine night. It proved as elusive as impossible. Cast on those die of probability, bounding across stone, set in place centuries ago, and worn smooth over those centuries. Iberians, Romans, Muslims, Jews, and Inquisitionists. I saw into the darkness the total futility of our task. Yet those hot, sweet sounds in the night, riding the ghosts of those civilizations in rise, fall, demise, persecution, and the execution of intangibility. They started softly, barely heard, in a percussive opening and joined an imperceptibly low vocal moan. The unplayed flutes, slow and steady thermal summer rise. Open for a guitar, always gypsy-esque in Lorca's eye. A sound from Africa. No, Arabia. No, nowhere on this earth. Indefinably telling tales of Irving, hallucinating Andalusia from his locked room. Multi-layers of inhumanity to man. Stained stones we glide across, naked in this night, chasing the sound, wafting on hot waves, in through our windows of the Alpine Sea. Love letter to Granada. In the south of Spain, a Middle Eastern oasis, invaded by Christians, marks itself as a fertile stop. In these desert lands with the pomegranate, its symbol and essence, the ripened and split fruits, drab exterior gives a glimpse of the bejeweled vagina within the interior garden. The Carmen Granadina, cloistered, surrounded, capped by Sierra Nevada, that waters Albaycin, Aljibes, and the rivers crossing the Vega of this Granada. At the launch party for Volume 3, I did this, and I don't think I've ever done it since. It's called Smoke. Winding, it started to smoke again. That burning sensation of Fahrenheit 451 combustion started with basement books. Phoenix from the fire, silent. Wisp, hair burst into pyrotechnics. Smoke screens behind the eyes. Afterburns, seamless and steady. wafts and wines curling up inside, tears that blind. It stretches, scratching catback, its silent sound, an imitation of the whip crack. Plastic burns in a slag track, curves, bends back. Whippoorwill, when it was not a pipe, escaped the confines of the conceptual trap. It lingers, loops, forms a hoop in the folds and curves of the mind. Slinking, elongates, almost evaporates, leaves its symphonic incense behind. That nonsensical billowing bends the mind. Combustible snake track of the desert outback, without any trace to leave behind. It stretches rat pack, ghost dances in surround sound, burning of pyro slack, curves, bends, and in shapes never found. Staking. It started to smoke again. Seedless and clean. Slow, curvaceous, gracious. Solution in grays and whites in flight. Powerful potion in an evasive motion. Suspended, smoke always rises, leaves nothing behind. And that same paratactic non-procedure, you think it's the image of leisure, but it escapes the fire and releases fever. Unhand that unconscious artist. Get off the fast track of the mental rack. Give up all that plastic crap. Embalm sounds of pat in the silence of riprap. Of the smoke, by the smoke, for the smoke, forever perishing from this earth. Time to turn things over to Sandy.